Hey, what's going on, guys? Benny Charles, founder of the Teach Me to Fish and Fix trading community, and I'm back with another trading video. Guys, in this video, I just want to talk about daily bias just a little bit from my vantage point, and just to share what I'm going to be looking for as far as my trades for tomorrow. If you take a look at my chart, you see I have marked here the previous day's low, right? So this is Wednesday, August 9th here, right? And then this is Tuesday, August 8th. Okay. So it's still Wednesday, August 9th, but of course, the actual trading candle has already started. This is a Forex broker. So the day starts over at 5 p.m. So this is already Thursday's candle. However, if you've been following ICT teaches us that the actual start of a new day is 12 a.m. midnight New York Standard Time, or New York Eastern Time, excuse me. So what I'm looking at is that the fact that this candle right here, which is Wednesday, it swept Tuesday's low, but it closed above the low of Tuesday. So immediately my bias is I'm looking for Wednesday's high, right? I'm looking for Thursday's candle to at least come up to Wednesday's high, and possibly even come up and sweep this swing point that we have here. Now we are in a daily fair value gap. We also have another fair value gap down here on the daily. So even though this is my bias that I'm first looking for Wednesday's high to be taken, and then possibly Friday, August 4th high to be taken, because that's the more recent swing point. Even though that's my bias, yeah, it doesn't mean that it has to play out that way, because we do have more PD arrays down here that price could be drawn to. But again, we swept Tuesday's low, closed above Tuesday's low here on Wednesday. So my initial bias is going to be Wednesday's high, right? So what I'm going to do is, when equities open, roughly maybe even 7 o'clock, equities open at 8:30. And then, of course, the New York Stock Exchange opens at 9:30. All right. But the New York kill zone starts at 7 a.m. So I will drop down to my 1 hour candle at 7 a.m., mark out my midnight open, and I'm going to be looking for buy setups, right? I'm going to be looking for buy setups. So whether that is price coming down to hit a bearish order block, a busy, right, buy side. I'm not even gonna get into it, but it's basically I'm sorry, I'm being goofy right now. It's late, but basically a FVG that will allow us to take buys. That's what the busies are. And then you got the CBs, which are FVGs that allow us to take sales, like this one here. So you just kind of want to look for a setup on the 1 hour, coming off of like an order block, or a fair value gap, a market structure shift. What else I'll be looking for? I call them flip zones, but ICT calls them breaker blocks. You can also be looking for like a swing failure pattern, or like a turtle soup, type pattern. And then drop down like on your 15-minute, 5-minute. and look for entries. Um, so that's kind of how I do daily bias. I know out there in Twitter land and YouTube world, um, it's called the next day model or next candle model. Um, yeah, you just look for like the previous. You just go to the daily and you just look to see what price did to the previous high and low, and if it closed inside or outside of that candle, that would determine your bias. Especially if we're like inside of a PD array, like this right here. It would be a little bit more simpler um, if you didn't have like multiple FVGs back to back. But we can look at this order block right here. Let's just grab this. Um, let's see, do I have I don't think I do. All right, I don't have a order block setting for the array, but let's say I'll just make this one green. All right, and let's actually get this shown the correct way. All right. I'll just use flip retracement because I know I have that. I just want to set this up. You guys just be patient. I just want to set this up for you just so you can see what I'm talking about. All right. So now we do have this order block right here that's just sitting here. So it's very possible, we could still get that open, low, high, maybe even come up to here and then close somewhere below the swing point or yesterday's high here, right? So yeah, we could still, the candle could still push down into the order block, even push down into this effigy here, right? And then go up. Or it could just keep going down. But again, my bias is buys for tomorrow, all right? And I'll be looking for buy setup. So I would love to see this candle push down. We do also have 8:30 news. So the news could go in favor of the US dollar, which would push the SPX 500 USD pair down, right? If the US if the 8:30 news is positive, it could cause this symbol to go down and then go up. Okay, so yeah, I'll be again. That's my bias. That's how I form my bias, and or how I'm forming my bias now, and we'll just see if it plays out. Like today, my bias was buys, right? Because on Tuesday, right, we came down, swept Monday's low, and we closed above. All right. And so I was thinking that this next candle here, Wednesday's candle, was going to at least come up and sweep Tuesday's high, or even this turning point here, the swing point here, right? But it pushed down, and then later in the day, I found the buy setup that I was looking for and was able to, trade it and follow my rules. I do standard deviations. I have a whole, just maybe like a 3-step process, but I traded and I was profitable. So looking for that buy setup. It just worked out for me today. All right. So again, I'm looking for, because we swept Tuesday's low, and we closed above or inside. Yeah, because we closed above Tuesday's low. I'm looking for Thursday. I'm looking for a buy setup, so I want to see price come down and then find a buy setup, and then watch price come up to this TP1 or this TP2. All right, before heading back down, because if we look at this overall, and this is something that I've been preaching for a long time, or I was calling out for a long time, we were stuck in this range right here on the weekly, and we finally broke out of it. And so I've been calling for a pullback, right? Let's see if I take Fibonacci. We got this swing low that broke us out. And let's go to the OTE fib. All right. Thinking that eventually price would come back down, you know, into this fair value gap right here. It's roughly 4251.7 before the market begins to ultimately go back up to all-time highs. But you guys know how the Fed does and they're doing. You guys know the financial state of the U.S. right now. Been calling for a recession for a while now, and that would kind of play into it, but you know, we're just gonna play it how it goes. I mean, for my retirement portfolio sake, I really don't want to see that. But it is what it is. You know, that's the game that they play. But anyway, so that's my bias. That's how I figure out what my bias is going to be. That's typically what I look for. But of course, whatever price action gives me, that's what I'm going to trade. All right. So, all right, guys, I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please drop them down below. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to do my best to start back beefing up more videos, more trading videos, more financial freedom videos, and yeah, more fishing videos too. I know this is a trading channel, but I love to fish, and this is my life. So, all right, guys. As always, if you stay in God, you will stay in control. Until next time, happy pip fishing. Bye-bye.